the GOAT.
Shannon, how impressive was LeBron?
He's going to end his career with more points than Jordan, more rebounds than Jordan, more assists than Jordan.
Great. He's a great player.
And he gets one more MVP. He gets 2 more titles. You and I are going to have to revisit this discussion.
Well, that's what I just said it.
We're going to have to because right now, as we sit, no, he's not.
What?
It's hard. You can't. It's on his resume. The Boston series, that's on his resume. 2011 finals, that's on his resume. That can't be undone. But to say that it's blasphemous and you say you're offended and you're appalled that he would even utter the words Michael Jordan and LeBron James in the same sentence, I just don't get it. Because although I don't believe he can catch Michael, it's not blasphemous. I think he can still be a top 2, top 3 player. Because right now, as we sit, no, he's not. But he wins another MVP and 2 more titles? You don't even believe that. Although I don't believe he can catch Michael.
Incredible opportunity.
Durant for 3. It's good. Kevin Durant from downtown.
Will come in. LeBron James congratulating some of the Warriors.
When you're the face of the NBA, I think you should be more a part of your team, folks.
Guys, welcome to my channel. I primarily make NFL content, so if you enjoy the NFL as much as I do, take the time to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel as it allows me to continue to keep producing this content for you guys. Also, for any video recommendations, you can send me a tweet and I'll see what I can do there. Anyways, back to the video. So I might get a lot of hate on this video, but I can give 2 shits. I've been biting my tongue listening to all this nonsense over the last couple years, and more recently, the last 2 months when it comes to the GOAT conversation between MJ versus LeBron. Okay, so I do like Shannon Sharpe. He was a great footballer, and generally, he's very entertaining on television. However, when it comes to the GOAT conversation, it just seems as though this is just another hot take in sports media. From the intro clip, you clearly saw where Shannon Sharpe stood on the debate back in 2016. At the time of the clip, this was only months after LeBron won his last NBA Finals, coming back from a 3-1 deficit against the Warriors. And Shannon was looking for another MVP, along with 2 more NBA titles from LeBron to revisit the GOAT conversation. And in those last 3 years, he's batting 0 for 3, making 2 NBA Finals and missing the playoffs in 2019. Now, many of you guys are going to say, maybe he just had a change of heart, which is quite reasonable. But to go and say you're looking for 2 NBA titles and an MVP and getting none of those leaves a lot to be questioned. It's one thing if you thought that maybe LeBron was just 1 league MVP away and got robbed in the voting process and came in second, might make this U-turn a bit more understandable. But the fact that 30 to 40% of the content they put on Undisputed always revolves around LeBron James debates, and with Skip Bayless being the biggest LeBron contrarian, makes you really wonder. Anyways, if you want to see my take on this whole GOAT discussion, you can click the info card on the top right corner.
You know where I stand on the GOAT debate.
Furthermore, anyone recall when Skip made the 180-degree turn on Kawhi Leonard when he was with the Raptors, and then go on to make another 180-degree turn last October after he joined the Clippers?
Kawhi's the best 2-way player, and to me, doesn't that translate into the best overall player in the NBA? I'm sorry, it's over for LeBron. And TNT asked Coach Popovich, who does Kawhi remind you of? And he immediately said the magic name, Michael Jordan. Kawhi Leonard finally, after being poked and prodded by Greg Popovich, came out of his offensive shell and became a beast on the offensive end. He became the Spurs closer. Kawhi Leonard became an unstoppable force, especially in fourth quarters. Shannon Sharpe, what did your man number 2, the Claw, shown up? He shown up, didn't show up in the fourth quarter. Number 2 has become the most overprotected, overhyped superstar in all of sports in the wake of LeBron. So I'm glad you brought up your man LeBron James, because this is now the poor man's LeBron James. This number 2, he can stuff the stat sheet like nobody this side of LeBron James. There's a new king in LA, and he's wearing New Balance. Then what I loved about number 2 last night was during the game, he flat out backed it up. But he did win it. He was the MVP of the NBA Finals.
Oh,
For real?
I'm still here.
For real, Skip? Is this what we come to?
What is happening?
Is this what we've come to, Skip?
Now, if the sole reason for this recent change of heart was that with KD out for the season, he was looking for someone else to be LeBron's rival for debates on the show, who better than Kawhi Leonard now that he was in LA and coming off an NBA title? Which just shows you the absurdity of how he changed his opinion twice on Kawhi over the span of a year and a half. The problem that they constantly try to emphasize that they're a debate show makes me really question the authenticity of their opinions on these debates.
I love this, Skip, because we're always going to have something to debate. As long as we have something to debate, you and I will be gainfully employed.
And who remembers when Kevin Durant responded to a hater on Twitter in the third person, thinking he was on his burner account, but was actually using his personal account? And here we have Shannon Sharpe and Skip Bayless kind of troll KD for this social media faux pas.
Kevin Durant, ultimate Twitter victim. I've never seen anything like this. I'm pretty sure he got caught red-handed at the keyboard.
So you think it's him from he thought he was at a
like a
fake account.
Fake account.
Right.
And he wants to fire back at his haters in the third person, saying he or KD, and he just forgot to toggle back and forth. You know, he was still in his
Fake
KD
account,
trade.
yeah.
In a fake Twitter account, to fire back at a hater in the third person, it's insane.
It is.
He is so above that. He is so beyond that, but he's not. He's got burner accounts on Twitter.
So we have Skip here shading KD for having a burner account, but if we go back in time to the end of 2016, just months after Undisputed first aired on FS1, Skip also had the same issue where he, I'm going to assume here, thought he was on his burner account when he replied to his own Facebook live stream with, "Skip, you are the man. Love the new show on FS1."
So, Jenny, we have dedicated this entire show to LeBron James. I want to see Tom Brady
be the first to
be the
publicly
quarterback
admit
of the Los Angeles Chargers next year.
LeBron's legacy is
Dallas. They all
takes a hit
Tom
because
Brady
Kawhi turns him
again.
down. There are a lot of
Had
people saying a
LeBron
lot of
James at
things about
28,
LeBron
because
James.
LeBron James ain't
He
done
stepped off
nobody
a
at
cliff.
28.
He's going into year 17. He's not the same guy.
You're a broken record.
And finally, I don't know how some of you guys do it, but over the past 12 months, the topics on Undisputed just seem so monotonous. Now, I understand there's not much content to go around these days, but I'm going back to last year during the NFL season where all they ever talked about was either Dak and the Cowboys, LeBron James and the Lakers, or Tom Brady and the Patriots. Now, I totally understand that these topics or debates are the driving force behind all their ratings, but the fact that they just regurgitate the same points in every debate from the weeks before without any new details or arguments just seem like the show is reaching too much. As viewers, I'm sure many of you can actually recite each argument for all these debates. Anyways, I've started watching less and less of Undisputed and First Take, and these days I'm watching more of the Pat McAfee show. The content isn't repetitive like the other two shows. Pat actually delves into all different types of sports topics, and while he might not be as knowledgeable in all realms of sports, he does, however, approach it in an authentic and very comedic way. All in all, as a viewer, I want to get authentic viewpoints on sports, and not some narrative where it seems as though these networks are trying to push forward some hot takes. This is why I, myself, and so many others love watching NBA on TNT, and more specifically, Charles Barkley, who has a reputation of being real and authentic and never holding back. Heck, he even stuck it to his good friend MJ years ago with his take on Michael Jordan as being a terrible GM, which eventually cost him his relationship with him, but as a member of the media, he's always going to give it to you real.
What's caused the rift between you and Michael?
I think that Michael was upset about some of the things I said about the Bobcats, which, number one, they were true. I can't, I told you earlier, I'm gonna be honest and I'm gonna be fair. And the Bobcats, first of all, he's doing a much better job. But, a couple years ago, I wanna say 3 years ago, when they were vying for the worst record in NBA history, Michael had not done a good job. And he took it personally.
Well, I mean, if you guys have been great friends forever, why should that matter in the grand scheme of things if you just criticize NBA decisions?
I think that everybody got, I wish it was that simple, to be honest with you. But I always love him like a brother. But I'm gonna do my job, first and foremost. Because I can't get on TV and be dishonest with people. They know when you're being dishonest and disingenuous. I'm gonna do my job, plain and simple.
There's this mindset among, I don't know, I guess sports media critics and maybe social media that this industry is plagued with hot takes. It most certainly is not. And most people that think that can't tell the difference between a hot take and simply being right. They can't tell between confidence and seeking attention. Most of them are just insecure little people, unsatisfied with their place in the world, so they want to go with someone else.